I am a soldier wounded in battle and left behind. But crawling through time, with the last strength I have left, I carry the flag of the United States on my chest.
President Donald Trump, I'm not speaking to you out of vanity, but out of urgency and patriotic duty. My name is Edgardo Lopez. I served as a consultant to the Director of Homeland Security in Miami-Dade County for 3 years. In 2002, I personally submitted 2 national security projects to the White House, expecting nothing in return. I did it out of love for this country. On April 29th, I visited Congressman Carlos Gimenez's office in Washington, D.C., hoping to request a direct meeting with you or someone from your closest team. I was told that was impossible, that all information had to go through the congressman. Still, I shared 2 key alerts with him, which were later confirmed. As usual, I received no recognition. I'm used to being invisible. I work in silence for free and for this nation. One of those warnings was about Alex Wong, who was head of intelligence for Mitt Romney's campaign in 2012. Back then, I developed a strategic plan called the New High-Tech Industrial Revolution, a roadmap to defeat China economically. I handed this directly to Paul Ryan during a meeting in Ocala. No one followed up. I tried again with another campaign officer, still nothing. Then I traveled to the Republican headquarters in Tampa and presented the plan to about 12 people. They told me to come back the next day at 8 a.m. Instead, I was met by 2 Secret Service agents. They threatened me and took my documents. I was confused. The next day, agents from Washington arrived at my home, searched it, and seized more documents. It wasn't until years later that I understood. That strategy was a real threat to China's economic plans, but it was leaked, and 12 years later, China announced its own 4th industrial revolution. Coincidence? Or did the Chinese Communist Party gain access to my ideas, using internal influence to silence me while gaining a decade-long advantage? Recently, Alex Wong's name has surfaced again, linked to national security leaks. And just 2 days after I gave this information, some advisors were reassigned or dismissed. I believe it's all connected. That betrayal led to a chain of retaliation that erased my voice, erased my presence, and tried to erase my existence. You know how that feels, President Trump. The difference is, I don't have the resources to defend myself, but I'm still standing. Sir, I respect you deeply. During my conversation with Congressman Gimenez, I expressed my concern that you are surrounded by bad advisors, infiltrators who are guiding you in the wrong direction. Days later, I saw news of political advisors being removed. There are people in your circle, federal agents, intelligence officers, advisors, who are sabotaging you from within. They are damaging your reputation, especially with the Hispanic community. While you fight for the country, they're deporting working mothers and honest workers, staging media spectacles that make you look like an enemy of immigrants. But that's not who you are. Deportation should target criminals, gang members, drug traffickers, and terrorists, not parents who are building America with their hands. Back in 2012, here in Ocala, I discovered armed militias that refused to work with local law enforcement. I met with one of their leaders. He told me, clearly, that they only obeyed a Democrat congressman. This is not an isolated case. There are politicized, parallel structures across the country that are loyal to party agendas, not to American values. Okay? When I explained all of this to Congressman Gimenez, I made it clear. I don't want a title or a salary. I only asked for a chance to help. I told him that you must urgently review the people around you because some are sinking your legacy from within. So today, I make this proposal, direct and simple. I offer to work by your side for 1 month without charging a single dollar. I just need to be close enough to point out who is betraying you, who is feeding you false information, and who is harming your cause from within. President Trump, you have done more than any one man could, but no one can do it all alone. All I ask is that you hear me out with respect and patriotism.